Hey everybody, and welcome back, or welcome if you are new to the channel of your favorite, or soon-to-be favorite, Bookworm Twink Supreme. If you love books, and if you want to see this twink talk about them, I highly suggest looking for this button and fingering it. And while you're down there, I highly suggest looking for the bell, because if you click the bell, guess what? YouTube will magically notify you about when I post new stuff. It's free, come join the family. I know you're gonna watch 4 or 5 more videos after this. So who are we kidding? You might as well just do it, okay? I'll give you a few seconds because we gotta start because this one's an exciting video. Are you done? Okay. Anyway, so I did a vlog, and in this vlog I read books from one of my closest friends on here. Honestly, my first friend on BookTube. We have been friends for years. I read books recommended by the lovely, the wonderful, magical Gabby from GabbyReads. I'm not even gonna waste any more time. So yeah, without further ado, enjoy the vlog. Hello, good morning. I am starting the most random vlog I have ever done before. Oh my goodness. Okay, so, how do I explain this? How do I explain this certain life choice I have done? First I need to fix this exposed ass fucking camera, okay? Give me a second to do that. Okay, now that I am all seated and don't look like a ghost. Okay, so, do I look okay in this angle? I hope I look okay in this angle. The other day, I read this romance book. Well, I mean, yeah, it was technically a romance book, but it was a smut romance book, okay? So for those of you who are young and don't know what smut is, click off this video. And for those of you who are of age and don't know what smut is, I will tell you. It's porn. It was this book called Pinned by Maris Black. And I read it for some reason, I don't know. I listened to the audiobook and it was a trip, it was a time. I was not ready for things happening that were happening. But in the end, I decided that I had had fun and that I wanted to try out more of this again. So here's what leads to this video, okay? I had messaged my friend, my very good friend, Gabby from GabbyReads, and I told her, I was like, hey, I see you talk about these books called Him and Us on your channel a lot, and this Jamie and Wes couple that you're obsessed with, and I recently read this book called Pinned, and it sounds a lot like that book that you talk about frequently, so perhaps you would like to try this book out. And she was like, okay, well you gotta read Him too. I mean, that duology, you gotta read that shit, cause you're gonna love it. And I was like, Gabby, to be honest, I only read this book because of the smut, so does Him have tons of smut? Because if it does, I'll read it. And she was like, it's got tons of smut. Okay, I'm gonna buy this book right fucking now because I'm in the mood for this shit. Even though it's like Halloween and shit, and I should be reading scary books, I was like, no, I'm in the mood for this. I'm kind of in the mood for this. Because here's the thing I discovered, okay? I discovered that I'm a horror reader, and whenever something scary or gory is about to happen, you know, you're in a state of anticipation. But with romance or smut, whenever they're about to like go at it, you're like, when are they gonna finally do it? When's he gonna confess? When's the other guy gonna confess? When are they gonna reveal their feelings and their true intentions for one another? And it has just as much thrills as an actual thriller. And I was like, let's do this. So I got both audiobooks on my phone. I'm gonna listen to it on my jog, and while I do various tasks like make my tea, eat my food, it's morning. Okay, I'm ready. Let's do this. Let's do this. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll check in soon. Hi, okay, I'm checking back in. I am outside in the gazebo and I can't actually sit on that giant couch over there that I normally sit on because if you've seen my previous vlogs, you will know that there is a cat that comes into this house. I don't know where it's been lately. Maybe it found another house to park itself in, but that cat apparently found a mouse or a rat in this garden. I think it was a giant rat in this garden, and it displayed the giant rat on that couch. So this rat was found in a state of decomposition and we don't know how long it's been there. so I kind of just have to sit out here on this on these stone steps to read my books. And sometimes I lean on that pillar, sometimes I lean on that pillar. Not the most comfortable thing, but I honestly really love being outdoors, under the sky, no ceiling. I don't feel super claustrophobic, which we have the tendency to feel while we are locked down in our houses for days on end, and the days bleed into each other. I got my headphones, I got my phone, and I'm gonna listen to some of this book while walking around the garden.
If I could take you up in boom, 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 tell me I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Life could be a dream. Plans would come true. And my whole life loving you. Life could be a dream, sweetheart.
Okay, welcome back to my vlog. It is 3 p.m. in the afternoon, October 17th, and I have gotten very far into this book, and I have some very unhinged notes that I need to read to you out loud. So I just need to say that the audiobook narrator, there's 2 narrators, one for Jamie, one for Wes, and they have such nice voices. But what I would have done was I would have switched the voices, because Wes is described to have like a husky voice, and the guy narrating Wes seems to have like a more clear voice. It's the one that's doing Jamie that has the more husky, more like gruffy, manly voice, right? So I would have switched those. I wouldn't count that as a complaint because both voices are really nice. I love how in Jamie's chapters it opens up with him like essentially with this woman, with Holly, like, you know, it's trying to show us that he's like super straight, like this super straight dude bro, because I don't know if there are many gays that watch my channel, but for those of you that do watch it, shout out to you. I don't know if you have this like same feeling as me, but like I don't know, like this fantasy about like, you know, getting a straight guy to turn for you, it is a fantasy that exists. And like the fact that they're going with this over here, like they're not even trying to be realistic, they're like going full on indulgence in this book. And I'm not complaining, I'm not mad, I'm not mad. I mean, in a world where war crimes exist, I'm pretty sure the biggest conflict over here is gonna be jealousy. I don't know if this book is gonna broach any heavy topics, but I'm not mad. I could use some escapism, and this book is definitely some of that. And since it's already quite late, I have been listening to this book for about 2 hours, which makes 4 hours in audiobook time, so I am nearly halfway. That is insane. Okay, so I can probably give you a synopsis now. So we basically follow these 2 men. So one is Jamie, one is Wes, and they are hockey players on different teams, I believe. I was kind of like checking out during the hockey parts because we all know why I'm here. But they are on opposing teams and they are set to compete. And we cut back to the past and are told that one night in hockey camp, something happened, something Wes did that forced Jamie to do a certain thing that pushed the boundaries of their relationship, has Wes living in guilt, and as a result they haven't spoken for 4 years. This time that they're competing against each other is their first time back together. Okay. So one thing leads to another, and the 2 end up becoming coaches in this place called Lake Placid, and they get to rekindle their relationship. Wes comes clean about why he ended the friendship, and Jamie reacts to that, and it's so juicy. It is so juicy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, there's this bitch named Holly that is like ruining my ship. Like, she is the girl that Jamie was with before this stuff happened, and I want her out of this story because she has shown up again, and I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about it. I am mad. I'm like literally mad that she's in this. Like, there have been some scenes. And the scene where they flash back to the night their friendship ended temporarily. Don't read this book in public. Don't read this book in public. You will likely squeal. You will blush. You will be all fired up. That's all I'm gonna say. That is all I'm going to say to you at this moment as a person. And I don't really know how much I can say without spoilers, but I am... The book cover looks like this, and this may look like bait, but this is an accurate representation of what you'll be getting when you read this book. And the narrators sound very nice. Okay. I probably look like a tomato right now, but that's this book's fault, okay? So I'm gonna try to finish this book, and I gotta go, I can't. Later. I'm trying to read as much of this book as I can outside, because if I read inside, I am squealing like an unhinged fucking idiot, and I am being judged, and it's just not a fun time at all, okay? So I'm out here. So if they see me squealing, they're not gonna see me squealing. No, I can get away with it. I can totally get away with it. Look at this nice tree over here. Look at that. Like, I'm so used to reading books with men who just, you know, they're such war freaks and they fight and they misunderstand each other. But over here, seeing them be sensitive and listen to each other's problems and just discuss things as rational adults just makes me so happy. Brings joy to my heart. For those of you wondering if this book is as smutty as it seems, there's a lot. There's a lot, that's all I can tell you. And it is very, very described in a lot of words and adjectives and motions and adverbs, and it's good, okay? I don't know what to tell you. It's good, it's good. I hope the sequel doesn't run out of steam. I am enjoying it so far, but yeah. Okay, check in soon. More than halfway at this point. This is green tea and I'm not enjoying it, but health is wealth. Okay, so I'm over the halfway point and I'm probably looking like a hot mess. The sit down videos, I will chastise myself for not looking good, but if it's a vlog and I'm literally like, who looks good reading in their spare time, okay? Anyway, rant over. Okay, so I just want to talk about the fact that we learn more about their parents, and the family of Jamie seems like really cool, but the family of Wes seems to be like a bunch of assholes. So it's kind of ironic how the one who is out is the one that has the assholes, and the one who's like still in the closet is the one that has like the nice people. But Jamie seems to just now be learning about his sexuality. It makes it sound like he's only now discovering like an aha moment, like, oh, maybe I have all this time. But then the more he thinks about, you know, the flashbacks in hindsight, the more we learn that he has like likely had these feelings buried deep below. And I really like how his bisexuality is explored. Obviously, I can't relate, but seeing his mindset and the way he works and rationalizes things is a good time. I'm gonna keep reading.
The next day.
Okay, hi, hey everybody. So yesterday I finished Him by Elle Kennedy and Serena Bowen, and I loved it so much, and I just am so excited to talk about it because I don't normally talk about romance on this channel. So I really loved how this book focuses on the rekindling of friendship, you know, people meeting up and coming together after so long of not having been friends because of a trauma or an event that had happened in the past that caused their relationship to sever. I love stories about that, and this is a really good example of that kind of thing, you know? Did I mention that there was so much smut in this book? I was expecting a couple of scenes, okay? I was thinking maybe they will have a lot of foreplay, a lot of build-up, a lot of sensitive talking, and then it'll build to a crescendo of, okay, finally, now they've come together. But no, they come together early and often, pun completely intended. Also, during the hockey scenes, there's so much innuendo. I mean, hockey stick, that alone can be used for so much innuendo and shit like that, and there's so much of it that is capitalized upon in this story of sticks and stones breaking bones.
5 minutes later.
Hello, so I am currently inside a 10-year-old Toyota car because I have a list of scenes that I need to talk about with you today because I have some thoughts. Okay, I've got some thoughts. I have some scenes over here that I want to discuss on my phone, on my notes in front of me, because without it, I would just be a screaming fucking mess. And yeah, that's not something I would like to put on the internet. Oh gosh, I love the scene when they were like cuddling with each other and opening up to one another about their feelings, because normally when you read like smut or whatever, it's just like, okay, you're hot, let's go to Pound Town. But over here it was like, you're hot, let's go to Pound Town, but then let's open up about our inner human experiences. And I was just, oh my gosh. And then when Jamie tried to watch porn, like he tried to watch like gay porn to like see if he was actually bisexual, Bitch. There was a scene when Holly shows up, the girl that Jamie was formerly involved with sexually, and then there was this guy that that he met on Grindr or something, and that day they each go with their specific people. Wes goes with the Grindr guy, Jamie goes with Holly, and then when they get back, at the end of the day, they're like fighting, and then each of them admit that like they told the person that they were with somebody else, that they were taken. I was like, my ship is sailing so fucking far. I stand this so much. I hated the dad of Wes so much. The scene where there is bigotry, that scene pissed me off so much. I feel so sorry for the kid of that guy, the kill fetter or something. And Holly, I can't say this enough. Like, I was under the impression that she was gonna be one of those like, ew, you're gay and I had you first. Fuck you, you slut. But no, she ended up being so mature and so sweet, and I stan her so much, and I sincerely hope that she is in the sequel because she surprised me. She surprised me. I like good people, okay? I like good people. I love the ending. It was just so good. I can't wait to see where the story goes. So yeah, I'm gonna head back inside because my camera's about to die. Okay, check in soon. We are back inside this car because I need to shout, and I cannot shout in public because that is inappropriate and that's just not the kind of attention I would like to bring to myself as a person right now. So I'm gonna do that over here instead and then put it on the internet later, editing out the parts I deem cringe, because don't you just wish real life was like that? I fucking finished Us by Elle Kennedy and Sarita Bowen, and this book was so good. I just need to rant, okay? I need to go on a rant right now. So at the end of him, Wes and Jamie end up together. I'm not gonna say how, I'm not gonna explain the mechanics of this relationship because I don't want to spoil the first book, but let's just put it like this. They end up together. And it was really cute. There was lots of smut. I don't really know what I expected going into this book, but it was not this. It was not what we ended up getting. In this book, they are a power couple. And despite the fact that they are a power couple, this book really pushes back against the notion of what the idealized power couple structure is in society. Because like, I don't know, I feel like nowadays relationships are just viewed through such an idealized lens. When you see two people that are attractive, that both have jobs, that are both clearly killing it in life, you tend to think that their relationship is perfect. This book shows that no matter how much you're killing it in life, you are not immune to disaster happening. And this book is just so realistic and mature in handling the very nuanced themes of relationships. This book does a really good job showing the difficulties of being in a relationship and the difficulties of trying to make something work. And I really love that because the first book is, you know, pure fantasy, right? Although the first book is pretty much a fantasy novel of, you know, two guys finding love and finding themselves together. This book shows what happens after you end up in a relationship, because normally romance movies and romance books end with people ending up together because that's endgame. But over here, it shows the after effects of being in a relationship and trying to make it work in a way that's realistic, in a way that's mature, in a way that's nuanced. This book handles topics like neglect and jealousy and envy and feeling hopeless and weakness and feeling like you're not good enough for your partner. Even though they validate you, you still feel inadequate and insufficient. And this book does that so well. And I just think it adds such a strong, mature, emotional core to a story that I underestimated as just fun smut, right? As just fun, cute smut, right? Like, this book really goes to places. And yes, there are sex scenes, but they are tinged with such a bittersweet urgency and sadness while it's happening. I was just shocked. Like, I was shocked, number one, that they chose to go in this direction with this story. And I was shocked, number two, that it worked. And number three, that I ended up liking this way more than the smuttier one, even though I was reading this series for the smut, because Gabby told me there was gonna be smut. So I was like, okay, it's fun smut, book one and book two. Book two, like, severely cuts down on the smut, but what it adds in its place just makes for such an emotionally rich and satisfying story, and I love this book so much. I love it more than the first one. I am so happy that I ended up giving this series a chance. And Gabby, Wes, and Jamie give me such Troy and Gabriella in High School Musical 2 vibes. Like, it is a vibe, okay? And yeah, this was real fun. Chat soon. Anyway, that was the vlog. I can confidently say after this experience, it was an experience. I'm a changed human being. I have risen to a higher state of consciousness after having read what I have read, and I regret nothing, and I am looking for more recommendations. If you have any books that sound like what I have just described, spam me. The comment section's yours. Thank you so much for watching. Like and comment and subscribe. Share this video with your friends, and I will love you forever. I hope to see you in future videos, but until then, take care. I lose myself